Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch our video podcast. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family. Hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys a video from our Patreon page. It's one of our After Hours Uncensored. It's with me and my sis. That's enough of this intro. Let's get to the show. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys a video from our Patreon page. That's patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives, where you can get two shows, Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored. That's the uncensored show with me and my sister. That's what I'll be showing you guys today, just to give you guys a little parental discretion is advised. We cuss on this show. This is a vulgar show. This is an uncensored, behind the scenes show. So just to warn you, parents out there, if you got your kids around, send them to bed. Or if it's not bedtime, send them outside to go play. Kids don't go outside and play anymore. Send their ass outside to go play, because there's going to be some cussing and shit on this episode. So anyway, this episode was released right before Thanksgiving of 2023. It was just me and my sister doing a whole lot of dilly-dallying. If you guys enjoy the dilly-dallying, then you guys will enjoy this show. Once again, you can find these episodes on our Patreon page at patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives.com. Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored are two shows that we put on our Patreon page. Talking Straight-ish is $5 a month, and you get basically, 4 shows a month. After Hours Uncensored, it's $5 a month, and you get basically 4 shows a month. And if you want both shows, it's $9 a month. That's $9 a month for 8 shows. And it's way more content that you normally get outside of our main show. So if you love Unsolicited Perspectives, you're going to really love our Patreon shows. But that's enough of me dilly-daddling and just shooting the breeze. Let's get to the episode. All right, what you want to talk about?
Brother, and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Let's talk about siblings, since we are that.
Shit, we never brought up the billion thing on the episode, motherfucker.
Well, I don't think it was even listed on the rundown. So.
Yeah, but I said it in the text message earlier. We were going to talk about that and completely fucking forgot about it when I did the rundown. And why didn't you remind me?
Because the moment I was about to say something, you started wrapping up the show.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, well, shit.
Well, you saw how much time it was. When I do all the edits and everything, we're at an hour. We got to keep them bad boys to an hour. We're asking too much time when it goes over an hour. People don't have the attention span for that. So damn, we're gonna have to say that. I don't want to. We could talk about it now, but too much good shit gets left on this table that people don't get to see. So I don't want to talk about that.
All right. I wanted to cuss about it.
Okay, go ahead. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Fuck it. You know what? Maybe I'll make this a special episode, a special Thanksgiving episode that is outside of Unsolicited, but just like send it to our most loyal listeners. Is like, hey, this is what you get when you sign up for Patreon.
Yeah, okay. That's a plan. That's an idea.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do.
Yeah,
man, that's what I'll do.
But I sent you something. It was a meme, and it asked, what was it? Because I wish that you
for $1 billion
you get a shit queued up.
Yeah, for $1 billion, you get $1 billion, but you can't talk to your siblings ever again.
That was it. Yes.
Yeah.
And I said, it's been a good run.
Yeah, because you can be bought.
$1 billion?
You can be bought.
It's $1 billion.
I told you there are certain things that I just wait a minute. Which sibling? No, never mind. That's a joke. That's a joke. If it was cousins, if it was
come on now, that's not. There's no stakes with that. The stakes are
if it's some aunts and uncles,
right? the assumption is you're close with your siblings, number one. And that it would be a real like dilemma to choose
But
between
it
$1
wasn't a
billion.
dilemma for you.
It I would not choose the $1 billion.
Yes, you would.
If they asked me, would you take this $1 billion and never talk to your brothers again? No.
I think that's because we travel so much, so we have a closer bond than a lot of siblings had because a lot of times we were really all we had. Like we had
Yeah, not that we
friends.
travel so much. We moved a lot.
Yeah, yeah, that we moved so much.
Yeah.
There was something I remember. Oh, I'm about to bring up personal information, but this is unsolicited. This is unsolicited, uncensored after hours. Damn, this tequila is hitting
You
because I was
do
stumbling
some
over my
vocal.
words.
You need to do some vocal warm ups or something because that maybe you're just coming in cold.
Um, Either that or my blood pressure is really high and I'm on the verge of a stroke. Is my speech slurred? I don't know. One of my clients brought that up to me the other day and was just like, "Yeah, I was because he works in the medical field. He
Mhm.
was at the hospital doing his training, and one of the doctors was just like, 'Hey, how do you feel right now?' He was like, 'What? I feel fine.' And the doctor was like, 'You're slurring your words.' And to him, he was like, he was talking normal. They took
Yeah.
his blood pressure. He said it was 200 over 120 or something like that. And they
Jeez.
were like, 'We need to take you to the emergency room right now.' His
Yeah.
dumb ass said, 'Oh, I just went home.' I was like, 'Yo, like the only thing I'm
Oh
worried
no.
about is not a heart attack.
Mhm.
I'm worried about a stroke.
Yeah.
Because I done seen people recover from a heart attack and go on and live a good, healthy life. But a goddamn stroke,
I've seen people recover from strokes just
yeah, but the likelihood of you coming up with not being able to use a whole side of your body,
that's a very severe stroke.
well, I don't want it anyway. But go back to the point I was gonna make. I remember coming to see you at your premiere for your student film when you were
Yes.
in film school.
Mhm.
And you had made friends there. You had made it a community there.
Yeah.
And we were gonna go to an after party, and you was like, "I don't wanna go. They ain't my real friends. I got my brothers here." And I was like, "Damn, I kinda wanted to go to the after party, but okay, I guess we ain't gonna go." I
Oh
guess we
damn! Why did you say that? We could have went.
because you
I
was
just
just
wanted to
like,
hang out with you guys.
yeah, and that's what you said. And I was like, "Well, shit, I don't really need to go. My sister wanna hang out with us, then we gonna hang out." It's like,
Yeah.
"That's cool."
I ended
But
up
now
I ended up taking to Brooklyn to a party uh after that. And it was shenanigans. Your typical
didn't
hipster
y'all have to
Brooklyn
stay up
party.
all night because you
We had to
couldn't go
stay up
back?
all night. Yep. Because
Didn't
he wasn't allowed in my dorm.
why wasn't he allowed in your dorm?
They just didn't allow visitors after 6 p.m. or something like that
Okay,
until
alright,
6 a.m. Yeah. From 6 to
okay,
6. Yeah. No
okay.
visitors. So
It's
yeah,
not
so we
like
had
we
to
don't
stay.
have family all in New York that he coulda stayed with.
We
All
really did
3 and
called no one.
nobody.
We reached out to no one.
I think we
And
literally have a family member in every borough except for Staten
yes,
Island,
yeah,
and we
that
might
is
have
correct.
family in Staten Island as well.
That is correct. Yes, we do. And called no one,
Not a
and we
one.
just ran around the city all night.
I rushed back home because
Yeah.
there was a storm coming, and it was the storm
Hmm.
because it was a snow in DC. That's when we had, like, crazy
Yeah.
snow, and I was taking the bus back, and I was like, "I'm going home." 'Cause what y'all talking about? Because she was like, "Yeah, we can't stay in my place." I was like, "Where the hell we gonna stay?" And he was like, "We just gonna roam the streets." "No, I'm going home." I was like, "I done kicked it with y'all for a little while. I'm going home because
Yeah.
this don't sound like." And it was cold. It was the coldest it's ever been in my entire life that weekend.
Yes. Well, it was a New York winter. It was literally February in New York.
And we
So
was down in
yes.
Times Square, and I was like, "Yo, I don't think I'm gonna make it."
Yes, yes. It was freezing. But there was okay, so there's another meme out there that's a similar question. You have a button, you're given a button, and every time you press it, you get $1 million, but a stranger somewhere in the world dies.
I couldn't do that.
Here's now, shit, okay? People die every day. Listen, mortality rate is 100%.
I don't wanna be the
Everybody is
cause of somebody dying.
It's a
that could be innocent.
stranger.
That makes it
Every
even worse.
Hey,
It means that
listen,
you don't care about life.
listen. They gonna go anyway.
You're talking to the wrong person. You're talking to a person that just cannot like, I can't be bought.
I have a stalking incident. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I have
Mhm,
a stalker,
mhm,
and he reached out again.
mhm.
So our father had another talk with him.
Recently.
Yes,
Mhm.
and but our father said to me, "Listen, if he contacts you again, I don't know. You might just have to get back with him." And so,
Why do I hate my father? I hate him so much.
and also, just to clarify, when we say hate, we actually mean love very,
Yeah,
very
love,
much.
love, because he's a fool. Our dad is
Yes.
a fool. He said, "Look, you might just have to get back with him."
But I said, thinking about how much I spent for my dog, which was originally his dog,
Mhm.
but it's definitely now my dog.
Right.
All the money that I spent, vet bills, all that stuff, plus a little extra for pain and suffering. If he were to cash at me $10,000, I will have a 30-minute conversation with him.
That's different. That's a 30-minute conversation. How much
So
would it
I
cost for you to
can
sit
be
down and have
bought
dinner? How much would it cost for you to sit down and have dinner with them for 2 hours?
$50,000.
That's it?
Yeah,
Out of all the
it's
bullshit he done put you through?
it's 2 hours out of my life. I'm just
Well,
having dinner. And
that's
I
it.
get a meal out of it? Come on now. At $50,000? Yes, I'll do that.
That's what you tell him. He was like, "Look, if you wanna talk to me, you wanna have a phone conversation, I'll give you a 30-minute phone conversation, but you gotta cash at me $10,000."
Yeah. Period.
Can you even cash app somebody $10,000? Isn't there a cap at what you can cash app
I
somebody?
think the cap is 10,000.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
there you go.
actually, because it used to be like you could only send some people $1,000, and then it was like $5,000.
'Cause they're making bank. They're getting
Yeah.
money. Well,
So
are
now
they
they're
getting
like,
money? Are they getting money? How are
are
they
they?
getting money? Because you don't have to pay for Cash App.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Think about every time you do that lightning
Oh,
deposit.
the lightning deposit, yes. But if you
Yes.
don't do the lightning deposit,
They
sometimes
do.
I'll sometimes I'll just do the 2 days. I'll wait the 2, 3 days because that
Oh,
lightning
yeah.
deposit be too high.
Yeah. If I don't need it, then that's no. Okay. So if you verify your account, if you do account verification, you can send up to $5,000 to Cash App. So
What's
he
an
gonna have to.
account verification? What
I
do you
don't
have to do
know.
to verify your account?
I
Probably
don't
send them
know.
an ID or something like that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he would have to do 2 transactions.
But he'd have to do 2 transactions. I'm sure that's over a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think it's like every 30 days. So you can send me the other one in 30 days. And then within 30 days of that second payment, I will have a 30-minute phone conversation, no video.
Well, you should present him with that next time you talk to dad, be like, "Look,
Yeah.
go ahead and present him with this." I didn't wanna say nothing, but I saw one of my stories. It
Mhm.
was a person that I didn't recognize, and I clicked up, and it was him. So I blocked him. Yeah,
Mm, Yeah, this
yeah.
time he found me on Etsy.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently you can message. So here's how I have my social media set up. If you Google my government name,
Mhm.
nothing should pop up except my LinkedIn.
Okay.
That's how I have it. That's why I
Mhm.
go by Jandria.
Mhm.
So that you can't find my social media. But I left a review on an Etsy product that I purchased back in 2019.
Wow.
and it was on my Google results. And if you click on my name and Etsy and then you click messages, you can send me a message.
Jesus.
It's yes. That so at 6 in the morning, I got a message from Etsy saying that I had a message on there. So he actually ended up calling Dad. Dad reached out to him and was like, "Hey, I thought we had an understanding. You weren't going to contact her anymore." And so he called, and apparently it was uh, I just want to make sure you're not going to do nothing to me. No, I got a whole squad around me, son.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I can't say nothing on the air because people watch this. So
Yeah.
we should end this conversation about this and talk about something else. But basically you can be bought.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I'm trying to say, like, could I have a sugar mama? It depends on what I got to give the sugar mama. If it's just time, like you just want to spend time with me, then
Not
okay.
just time.
If it's my loins,
Yes. I don't know what she paying for your new Xbox and all of that, and your rent, your light bills, and her name.
unless it's Miss Beverly Martin's old teacher, then I can work something out with that.
Miss Trinidad.
Miss Trinidad, that's right.
Yes.
Miss Trinidad.
Played by
her
Beverly
real name
Johnson.
I knew her. I knew
Yes.
Beverly was somewhere in there.
Yes.
Well, not Beverly Johnson now. That was like 30 years ago. I don't know Beverly Johnson now. I'm talking about Beverly Johnson 30 years ago.
No, I feel you. You were talking specifically about Miss Trinidad.
Yeah, Miss Trinidad. Yes. Y'all need to watch Martin. I don't know why I got on the subject. I was talking about Sinbad and during one of my sessions today, and it's a client and she's Black, and she was like, "No, I've never seen House Guest." And I said, "What? You've never seen House Guest?" I was like, "That's my favorite Sinbad movie." I was like, "Me and my brother."
It's not my favorite, but I have seen it a million.
What's your favorite Sinbad movie?
Cherokee Kid.
No. What?
Cherokee Kid.
I don't think I've seen that recently.
Why do you think I'm out here in the middle of nowhere? Because I don't want anybody to find me.
You know what? I'm going to watch that on Thanksgiving.
Watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that on Thanksgiving.
Cherokee Kid is my favorite Sinbad movie.
It's better than House Guest?
Yes.
Camp Maple Ridge?
Better.
Okay.
Cherokee
Ladies and gentlemen,
Kid.
y'all don't understand. We are huge Sinbad fans.
Yes.
Huge Sinbad fans.
Yes.
We had Sinbad send my dad a birthday message on my dad's 60th birthday.
It wasn't his 60th because it was during the pandemic. We didn't get a chance to.
Y'all didn't. I did.
But it wasn't his 60th. His 60th, we were there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, we paid for Sinbad to send our dad a message, and it was hilarious, just as Sinbad does.
I gave him just so little information. Like, I didn't even tell him how old Dad was turning because he was like, "I don't even know how old you're turning." She didn't even tell me. Like, and he took all just the little thing that I wrote, and he just knocked it out of the park. You can't tell us nothing about Sinbad, period.
Nothing bad. You can't tell us. You can tell us everything good, nothing bad. He ain't pay his taxes. So what? His taxes didn't need to be paid. The government should have let him live for free because he is America's treasure.
Yes.
He's America's treasure.
Treasure. So, how you doing? It's my first Black girlfriend.
Where was that from?
Meteor Man.
That's right. Brings that up all the time. That is his favorite line.
That's his favorite.
That's his favorite line.
I just appreciate the opportunity.
Meteor Man is hilarious. The most hilarious scene on there, that is funny. But the most hilarious scene on there is when he jump out the window to go flying and they look up in the sky. Where is he? He's all low to the ground because he's afraid of heights. Meteor Man is hilarious.
Yes. If you have not seen Meteor Man, please go watch that. I had a whole thing that I wanted to do for this episode, but because of my ADD and your just segues, Siblings.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going back to Siblings. Well, we still talking about this was sibling movies that we watched growing up that we love.
Nobody care about that.
I mean, they care. If they're watching this, they care about learning more about us.
That's true. Yes.
They find us interesting.
Yeah.
There are people out there legitimately like, I want to, hear your opinion on this view. They do, but really, they just like us.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
Which is cool. I don't know why. We're jerks.
Well, when I think about my favorite podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
they can almost talk about anything. I
Yeah.
just like them.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, people follow who they like, and then if you have something interesting to say, then they will rock with you. But I
Yeah.
don't know if there's anybody out there in TV or media or anything that's just like, I just want to hear what this person has to say. No, they like that person,
Yeah.
and they also want to hear what they have to say.
Okay.
But what were some of the other sibling stuff that you want to talk about? Because we got 12 more minutes on this show.
Well, I found a little quiz. It's not little. It's actually 55 questions, but we're not doing no 55 questions. We're doing 5.
Okay.
If that. It depends on how long we talk. We're probably only going to get through one question.
Probably.
But it's 55 questions all siblings should be able to answer about each other.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to pass this. You know us better than we know you. Let me rephrase that. You and our brother know each other better than either one of y'all know me. And vice versa.
Well, yeah, you keep it pretty close to the vest, you know, like Okay, well, let's start with a softball question. Okay. What sports did they play growing up? You played basketball.
That's not the only sport.
You had one football season.
I had more than one football season.
And you hated but still went to karate for a little bit.
I liked karate when I was a little kid. I did not like it when I was in high school.
Right.
Yes. You played soccer, softball. You tried to play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a sport, but you stepped.
Yes.
That was it.
I did gymnastics.
Fuck, I forgot about gymnastics.
Then they put me on the high beam, and I said specifically, you need to put me on that low one, because if I fall off this, I'm leaving. And I fell off.
Gymnastics, you were super young.
Yes. I was like 5 or 6, and I fell off that high beam, and I collected myself, and I walked over to Mom, and I said, let's go. Because I warned them. If I fall off of this, that's your ass. And I fell. They caught me, obviously. There's somebody there, but no. Okay.
Our brother played baseball. We'll never forget him playing baseball.
Never.
And he played a little bit of basketball. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. I don't remember him playing soccer.
No, I don't think. I think maybe he did like one season of that, but it was mostly baseball and basketball. Karate too. We all did karate. Yeah,
but I don't consider that. Well, I guess it's in the Olympics, so it's certain martial arts. Yeah, you're right. So we got that.
What did they want to be when they grew up? You'll never guess mine.
No, I don't think you'll ever guess mine either. I don't think we'll guess. I don't think we'll ever. We didn't talk about that stuff.
No,
none of us said. This is what I want to be when I grow up. I mean, in high school, shit. Jay, for real, I don't even remember what you said. Well, I wasn't around when you were in high school. That's the problem.
Right.
I wasn't around. Actually, I don't remember your original major in college either.
I think that's one of the questions.
I don't remember what your original major was. What was it?
Oh, it was biology. I was gonna go to medical school.
Oh, okay. Damn. And that's when we was cool. I damn sure don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. That was my original major. Okay. And then I realized blood. I don't like it.
No, like that.
But what I wanted to be when I grew up. So this is like me as a child. Actually, I remember specifically this question being asked when I was in kindergarten. And my answer was I either wanted to be a sanitation worker, collect trash.
You didn't like doing the trash in the house.
Nobody ever asked me. Or I wanted to be a school bus driver. And the reason why is because I thought the hours were good. Because I saw our parents work constantly.
Yeah.
Our parents worked constantly. But my bus driver came, picked me up in the morning, dropped me off in the afternoon, maybe did some field trips. Boom. Trash day was one day. I mean, I know obviously trash day is every day. They're
Right.
just in different parts of the city. But as a child, I'm thinking trash day is one day. One day
Um,
I got to deal with trash, and then, hey, you're done after the afternoon. You know, I realized as an adult that that's not how the job works. But as a child, I
but they
thought,
are done in the afternoon. They get up early as fuck in the morning and they're done in the
mm-hmm,
afternoon. That's interesting. And what's interesting about that is I didn't realize that that was the reason why you was like, I don't want to work like mom and dad.
mm-hmm,
'Cause that was exactly I remember, and dad remembers this conversation because remember his little office, which wasn't a fucking office, it was a
yeah,
closet that was
yeah,
never closed because he put a desk in there.
yeah,
It was right outside my bedroom, and that man was always working, and
mm-hmm,
I had you got a little space underneath your door, and the light would come through. I had to stuff shirts in there so I could go to sleep at night because he was working late at night,
yeah,
and I remember telling him, "I don't ever wanna work that hard." Like, I do not wanna do that. Now, in a way, I am absolutely working that hard,
yeah.
but,
Thanks,
it's
capitalism.
well, no, it's my choice, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's not mine.
well, mine is by choice.
I'd love to
Uh,
be chilling.
mine's by choice.
Yeah.
Mine's by ch okay, so part of the reason why I'm up late at night tonight's a prime example. I'll be up till midnight
Mm-hmm.
doing post-production, and I gotta wake up tomorrow morning to do more post-production and make sure this is released at 2. I don't mind that because now that we at 530 some odd subscribers and on
Yeah.
our way to 1,000, we can start running ads, which means that
Yeah.
we're gonna start getting paid for views. By this time next year, we could be making real money off of YouTube. And when I
Yeah.
say real money to the point where I told some of my clients, hey, look, once I start making real money, I ain't doing no more in-person sessions. I'm 43, almost about to be 43 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get to that age where I can't be lifting y'all up anymore. This is
Yeah.
taking a toll on my body. Like
Yeah.
this, I'm not gonna do it no more.
Yeah.
And one of my clients said, well, what if I win the lottery? I was like, cool. If you win the lottery, it is now. She was like, I'll hire you to be my personal trainer and I'll put you on salary. I was like, cool, you gotta pay my medical and
Mm-hmm.
all that type of stuff. And she
Mm-hmm.
was like, well, how much is it gonna cost? I was like, well, I told her she's forbidden from talking to me about her dating life. I said, it's a boundary. You can't talk to me about it no more. She's like, well, I need you to be able to be my personal trainer and talk to me about my personal life. I said, it's going to cost you $80,000 a month.
$80,000 a month. Yes.
She
Fair.
said, yeah. She said, yeah, I'll do that. I was like, well, now I'm pulling for you to win this lottery.
Yeah.
Play this week.
Well, I really want you to win.
But it's funny that like we both kind of, and I would be curious to talk to our brother to be like, hey, did you notice that? Was that something that you said that you didn't want to have to work like that? Because we all chose our all original professions were all kind of different type of jobs that weren't
Yeah.
that typical 9 to 5 gig.
Right.
Okay. Well, I wanted to be a cop.
Really?
As a little kid, I wanted to be a cop. I knew I couldn't be a superhero, but I knew I could save people by being a cop.
You have literally, I mean, I never asked you, so that's why I
Yeah,
guess
we
I
was
would never
yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I wanted to
huh,
be a cop. Wanted to
huh.
be a cop. Yep, because I was in love with cop shows, and I was in love with The Equalizer, because all he did was help people, and I was like, "Yeah, I just wanna help."
You do love the damn equalizer.
Love The Equalizer, no matter who plays The Equalizer, because I watched Queen Latifah playing The Equalizer, and
Yes.
I got in a full-fledged argument with somebody today, and he was just like, "I don't see her as an equalizer." I was like, "You saw old-ass British man and old-ass Denzel Washington, but you can't see young and vibrant Queen Latifah?" "No, I don't see it." I was like, you just being anti-feminist." And
Yeah.
it was a woman that said it too.
They be the main ones. It be your
Be the
own
main
people.
ones. Be
It
your
be your
own
own
people.
people.
All right, what's another question?
Let's see.
We got one more for the people out there. Then
Yeah,
that's it for this
one
episode.
more. This is a good one. This is a more profound one. One you got to think about. What is something that completely changed about them as they got older?
That's easy. What you wore. You was very much a tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't,
Yes.
it's now we're all gender neutral,
Yes.
but back in the day where gender roles not meant something, but kind of meant something. You dressed up
They were the social
norms.
conventions of the
Yeah, yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yes.
You dressed up like boys, so much so you
Mm-hmm.
stole my clothes.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And
I
I would
did.
say college changed you.
No, I actually started dressing more feminine late in high school. So I would say like junior year,
Okay.
senior year.
It's whenever I wasn't living at the house, because when I was living at
Right.
the house, you was stealing my
Because
shit.
then I didn't have access to your wardrobe. That's literally the reason. I didn't have
I'd be
access to
like
your
I'd be
wardrobe.
like, "Jay, that's not your fucking shirt, and you know it. It was in my laundry basket, but you know it's not your shirt."
It
Yeah.
was it was in my laundry.
What do you think it was for you?
No, that's it. Then I would say that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think mine is?
Huh. You
What was
got
the
my
original question again?
what is something that completely changed about them as they got older? I would say you're driving. You drive
What?
you used to have us looking out the back window for cops and cuz you drove like a bat out of hell. You drove like a speed demon. You
I
were
did?
a menace on the roads.
I
And
was?
now you're at like 10 and 2 and you are going 35 miles an hour. It's you you put your turn signal on 200 feet before your turn. Like you now.
I get joked about for my driving. Like
Yes.
people joke, like people that ride in the car, like, why you drive so slow? I'm like, I'm driving the fucking speed limit. Matter of fact,
Yes.
I'm 5 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. How much faster do you need me to go? We're
What
going to get there.
happened? Like I don't even what happened because you used to make us sit in the back seat, me and our brother, and we would look out the back window. You was like, just look out for cops. We didn't even know what we was looking for, but you would drive like a speed demon.
I think when I stopped being reckless, not to say that I wasn't still being reckless in certain instances.
Mhm.
That night, drinking and driving in the car with you when we came back from the baseball game,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, look, if I fuck myself up, cool. But if I hurt my little sister, I
Yeah.
wouldn't like I wouldn't be able to live with myself. So
Yeah.
that kind of because that night was real fucking reckless,
Yes.
real reckless. So yeah, okay. I would say that my change wasn't until adulthood because I have always been a little self-centered, not a little self-centered, a lot self-centered,
Y-
very selfish, and that didn't change until I got into my 30s.
I was gonna say, which you're still kind of a brat, but I was gonna say you used to be really bratty.
What instances recently would you describe me as still being a brat?
You're still kind of bratty, but but it's like small things. Like it's not like anything. You'd be like, we should do this. I want to watch this. I want to show you this. I want, and it's got to be your thing right now. Like
Wait a minute.
we have to do your thing. But
When was the last? Okay, all right. When we was watching when I almost broke Dad's movie theater.
yes, but when you were a kid, you were a brat, Bruce.
Yeah,
You were a brat, and so yeah, that's a close second. The driving thing, I get it now, but I was like, Lord, this because you were driving my truck one time. We were coming back from Dad's, I think, and I was just like, why is he going so slowly?
well, if we were coming back for Dad's, that means that you weren't driving. That
No,
means that we was drinking,
yeah,
and I didn't want to drive, but I was only one that probably could drive at that point.
yes,
Now when I drink and drive, it's because I'm put in a position nobody else can do it.
yeah,
And so I'm like, fuck, I gotta do it.
yeah,
And so I'm so cautious. And my head is on a swivel for
yeah.
several reasons, not just for cops. I don't want to get in an accident. I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm telling you, my greatest fear is hurting anybody else because it's some shit I did. I
Mhm.
don't want that on my heart. So
Yeah.
yes, I'm going to drive slow and careful. And you should see me the last couple times I've been riding in the car with my brother,
Yeah.
that motherfucker can't drive. Okay. I'm just going to say it. I am nervous in the car with him. He be ripping stuff. I'm like, hey man, you see that? You see the fact you just cut that car off right fast? They'll be all right. I was like, yeah, but if they hit you, it would have hit you on my side. Just
Right.
hey, let me look at it was dad when we went to the winery, we were
Yes.
driving back. He didn't even have anything to drink. He didn't
Oh.
have anything to drink because he knew he had to drive all the way back to mom's. And he drove like a bat out of hell to get me back to my place. And I jumped out that car and I almost kissed the ground because I was like, I made it. I made it.
Yeah. You do take your life in your own hands when you get in his car.
let's do one more and then end the show. Let's get the people one more because
Okay.
I think this is a good conversation.
Okay, let's see. What's a good one? Hmm.
Call me a brat. I was a brat as a younger
You
kid.
were.
I was a brat.
Oh my God.
God, I
Oh,
was a brat.
well, we know this one about each other. Okay, well, we're not gonna do that one though.
What was
Is
it?
what is their worst fear as a kid? Has it changed? For neither one of us, it has not changed.
Mm. Wait a minute. Not my worst fear.
I thought yours was still the same.
Yours is clowns.
Well, now the whole goddamn world knows.
They already know because
Thanks so
there's
much.
a video clip of clowns. They even created a special AI thumbnail that was a scary clown on YouTube. But you're going to say spiders, but spiders are not the thing I'm most fearful of.
Oh, what is it?
Let's put it this way. If it's an animal, it's
Uh-huh.
a fucking snake, like a big ass snake. If I have to choose between walking past a tarantula or
Uh-huh.
walking past like a Burmese python,
Right.
like it's not a choice. I'm scared to death of that fucking snake. I'm scared.
Really?
A little garden snake. There was one time I was at mom and dad's house in their old house,
Mhm.
and I saw a little garden snake. First of all, it went underneath the steps. So I said, "Oh, I can never sleep over here ever again." Because if it went underneath the steps,
Yeah.
that means somehow it can get in the house.
That's not what it
In
means.
in my mind, that's what it meant.
Okay.
And I saw
Okay.
that little thing. It was a little garden snake. It couldn't have been it couldn't have been longer than two rulers put together. So 2 feet.
Right. Yeah.
Scared the hell out of me. So I am snakes. I do not fuck with snakes over
I
spiders. But that
really.
still wasn't my greatest fear. My greatest fear has always been something to do with my eyes.
Yes. I
That is
forgot.
that
Yes.
has always been my greatest fear.
Yes.
Remember
Yeah.
when y'all used to do the little, hey Bruce.
And we were poking
Yeah,
eyes.
Adam
Yeah.
would still do it. I'd be like, stop
Yeah.
it. I don't
Yes.
know what I saw as a kid. It might have been the torture video or something,
Well, he had an
but
eyeball in his hand though.
he put his hand through an eyeball,
Uh-huh.
and that's how he got the eyeball in the hand.
Yeah, that was a terrible video. That was the
And I
stuff of
saw it at
nightmares.
4.
Yeah.
4. So,
And
yeah,
that's the Jacksons. They weren't the Jackson 5 because I think Randy had joined. So
yeah,
they were the Jacksons,
yeah.
and it was the Victory.
But it was the Victory album. It was
Yeah.
all of the Jacksons, all 6
Yeah.
of the brothers. It was the
Yes.
only album where it's all 6 of the brothers.
Yes.
Because they did an
And
album, Jackson 2300 Jackson Street, where it was 5 of the brothers, but this was the first time that Michael wasn't on the album, which was kind of fucked up. Michael
Yeah.
could have done a couple of things for that album.
but okay, so this is a good one. I already know your answer for this, but you probably don't know my answer.
Okay.
Are they team Bloody Mary or team Mimosa? You are team Mimosa, but not just any mimosa, a cranberry mimosa.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
If I can't bring my own mixer, it will be cranberry.
Mhm.
But what is it if I can bring my own mixer? See,
Please
you
don't
haven't.
tell me. Please don't tell me it's something dumb like Gatorade, Bruce.
Yeah, it's Gatorade Zero. That's
Oh
what it
my
is.
god!
Gotta watch that sugar intake. It's Gatorade Zero and Brute Champagne. Everybody know that. Everybody know that.
It's not a mimosa.
Don't tell me that you're not team Bloody Mary. You're team mimosa. I've never seen you drink a Bloody Mary.
I am actually team Bellini. I do
Well,
not like mimosas.
That's still a mimosa.
No, it's Prosecco. It's not champagne.
God damn it. It's Prosecco and champagne, very close. It's almost the same thing.
But it's not the same thing. A Bellini is different. And it's got peach nectar. And that is, no, I've never had a Bloody Mary in my entire life.
I tried it one time. I forget who I was dating. And we went to breakfast the day after drinking. And she was drinking Bloody Mary. So she was like, here, try it. I was like, this shit is disgusting. I don't want to drink
I don't even like
juice.
I don't like V8. Why would I want
that V8 Splash?
Now V8 Splash, that's different. That's juice.
Because when V8 Splash came out, that's when I was a gin drinker. And I used to do my version of gin and juice, and it'd be gin and V8 Splash. They don't even make V8 Splash anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They got a bunch of new flavors and stuff too.
Oh, well, can't nothing beat that kiwi strawberry ocean spray. That's
just no. I
or
don't know. Actually, I hate ocean spray. Ocean spray gives me worse dry mouth than weed. Like ocean spray is just terrible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it because it was really, all these episodes is really self-absorbed, but
yeah,
it's dilly-daddling. So
y'all asked for 30 minutes of us talking about ourselves, so we did it.
I don't know if they asked for it. We just give it to them. We just give it to them.
Oh, well, then never mind. I thought y'all asked for it.
When nobody's saying, hey, you know what y'all should do? Is another show behind the paywall. That was my genius fucking idea.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to monetize this at its best way. Look, I ain't doing this for free forever. I'm trying to turn this into a career. I'm trying to get some real money off of this so I can stop lifting these people. And the worst is when I'm spotting people doing pull-ups and dips and stuff like that, and their ass is on my shoulder. And that's the reason why one of my shoulders hangs lower than the other one. It's not because I always dislocated the shoulder. It's because people been sitting on my fucking shoulder for 18 years.
Never forget. Quick story. Never forget. This reminds me. Quick story. I was working in an office, and my boss at the time, who's very tall, I think he's probably like 6'5", very tall black man, okay?
So he's like an inch taller than me.
To me, that's tall.
Okay. But you said very tall. I'm like,
6'5" is very tall.
But you got a brother who's 6'4".
And that's very tall.
Right. That's just weird for you to say very tall when you grew up with somebody. I've been this height since 9th grade.
And you were very tall.
Anyway,
I don't get it.
To finish telling your story.
So anyway, I'm at my desk and I don't understand something about the work. So I have him come over. He goes to lean in and look at my computer. And his balls. Because he's tall. So his balls hit my shoulder and I just yank. I told some of my coworkers, I was like, his balls were on my Next thing I know, they balled up 2 pieces of paper and taped it to their shoulders. Good times. Yeah, you got to be aware of that personal space.
Let me tell you. You don't want to hear what it's like for a man to get his hair cut by the barber because his balls is on us the entire time.
Yeah, we have titties in our face.
Well,
you're leaning over the shampoo bowl. They're right there. They're in your face.
I might need to go get my hair shampooed then.
There's nothing you can do. They're there. They're right there in your face.
All right, Jay, what do you want to tell the people out there?
Thanks for fucking with us. We appreciate it.
All right. And I'm going to say thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Once again, you can find all of the After Hours Uncensored and all of the Talking Straight-ish with me on our Patreon page at patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives. Once again, it's $5 a month for Talking Straight Ish. It's $5 a month for After Hours Uncensored. It's $9 a month for both shows. So definitely recommend it. Go out there, join. We've got so many shows we've been doing the Patreon page for well over a year. So with, I believe this is the 160th or 161st episode of Unsolicited Perspective podcast. We have at least 70 episodes of After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight Ish on our Patreon page. They're all at the very least 30 minutes. You can join Patreon. You can listen to it through audio, or you can watch it on video. You can do all that great stuff. Once again, it's patreon.com/unsolicited perspectives. If you go to our website, unsolicitedperspectives.com, there's a link that'll take you directly to it. Easy way to sign up. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Whew, that was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight Ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspectives.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you're really feeling genuine and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.